Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. And ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year again. I'm so pumped up. I'm fired up. This is going to be great. High school football's coming up. Woohoo! Brian Tackitt is here.
Quickly.
Are you fired up?
Oh, yeah.
Is the team fired up?
Yeah.
You look a little reserved. Are you going to be okay?
I'll be all right.
We're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to talk about Flora High School football. We do appreciate you tuning in here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on this beautiful Monday morning. And we'll talk Flora football, tell you a little bit about how they did last year, what they got coming up this year, your first year in the Black Diamond Conference completed. And we're going to talk about all that kind of stuff here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's take a look at what is going on in and around your area today here on this Monday, July 25th. And actually, usually Mondays, there's not much I can find. I usually have a lot of trouble finding things to talk about. However, a nice bit of stuff here. The Helping Hands Food Pantry will be open today. That's over in Odin, and that'll be from 10 o'clock until noon. So that'll be at the Gospel Lighthouse Church. Helping Hands Food Pantry at the Gospel Lighthouse Church on US 50 between Salem and Odin from 10 to noon. It's drive-through only, so do please bring a basket or a box, and they'll load you up and make sure you are taken care of. What else going on today over in Centralia? Preschool story time getting underway here about a month before the starting of school at the Centralia Regional Library in Library Park. That's there on 515 East Broadway over in Centralia. 4 o'clock to 4:30 today. Short story time. How is that? Is that about right? For story time for at least kids would be about, 3 to 5? A half an hour, is that about right?
They'll lose attention after that.
Is that right? Well, so I was thinking, you would think an hour or so and get people out of the house. Half an hour's plenty, huh?
Yep.
Well, that's probably safe for high school football players.
Yeah, maybe a little longer, but nobody's good.
Well, that's cool. So story time, 4 o'clock today. This month's theme is picnics. Sessions will include stories and songs, discovery time, and activities. That's going to be in the Monken Activity Room over there in Centralia. One other thing I want to tell you about tomorrow. Tomorrow is a book signing, and I'm telling you about this now, folks, because he's going to be on the show tomorrow as well. A book signing tomorrow on Wednesday at the Flora Public Library from 5 to 7:30, and then on Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30. This is to meet Carrie Odell. He is the author of the book Johnny Bob, The Life and Times of John R. Harrell of Louisville, Illinois. He'll be talking about the book. I think probably going to do a reading, and he'll also sign books. There are also going to be some books there to purchase. He'll be on the show tomorrow, so we'll get take that back. He's on the show Wednesday. We're shooting him on Tuesday, so we'll talk to you about that tomorrow, as that'll be a lot of fun. I have never heard of Mr. Odell. Had you ever heard of this fella? You've heard of Mr. Harrell.
Oh yeah, but no, I had not heard of the author.
Brand new book coming out. Where is the house? I work in Nashville, but on the wrong side of Nashville, or Louisville. I mean, where is the house? It's like as you're driving into town. Driving
out toward Effingham. In the wintertime, when the leaves aren't on the trees, you can look back toward the east and kind of see it. As you're leaving and it is it on the Little Wabash or near the Little Wabash? Yeah, it is, I think.
Did you ever go out there?
No.
I'm just asking him. No. I mean, it's been empty for a while. So
yeah,
I know. I was wondering,
I know a lot of kids through the years go back there.
I'm not asking you to convict yourself here, Brian. I just was wondering. The statute of limitations.
Yeah, I'm old, so my high school days running around. I'm good.
I'll quit trying to get you in trouble anymore. There you go. So Carrie Odell will be here on Wednesday's show, and you can go meet him as well as get a book on Mr. Harrell. What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? July 25th, 25th is Hot Fudge Sunday Day, National Hot Fudge Sunday Day. This takes a turn representing the National Ice Cream Month and delicious style. Feast on this tasty ice cream dessert that combines hot and cold with a cherry on top. This dessert has been served since 1906. Given that the Hot Fudge Sundae is a variation on the regular classic sundae, making one is a cinch. Of course, just put a couple of scoops of ice cream in a dish, vanilla ice cream, add hot fudge, top it with a dollop of whipped cream, nuts, maybe, finally maybe a single bright red sweet maraschino cherry. That one's got a frozen cherry. That's a good looking sundae. What's that on there? It's got cake? Brownies maybe or something on that. Heck, they threw banana on that along with hot fudge. That is a fancy hot fudge sundae. The oldest known record of an ice cream sundae is from Ithaca, New York, and from October 5th, 1892. That was the first ad for a sundae. They spelled the ice cream treat with conventional spelling, S-U-N-D-A-Y. However, the first ice cream, S-U-N-D-A-E, was in 1881 in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. According to the story, customer George Hallauer asked druggist Edward Berners for an ice cream soda on a Sunday. Ordinances at the time prohibited the sale of ice cream sodas on the Sabbath. Even so, Berners came up with a compromise, served the ice cream in a dish minus the soda, as well as put some toppings on top. And there you go. So how about that? What else is going on today on July 25th? Ladies and gentlemen, this is National Merry-Go-Round Day. Recognize the amusement ride associated with carnival music, along with the roller coaster. The merry-go-round is one of the oldest amusement rides, also known as the carousel. The merry-go-round rotates on a circular platform around a pole. The platform holds seats for riders, and a motor spins the platform. Often carousels name their horses. Usually they have horses like those there. They name them. Not only are carousels fun to ride, artists will carve each animal, bench, and car passenger ride. So there you go. Some carousel facts. The earliest... this can't be right. This makes no sense. The earliest known depiction of a merry-go-round... Guess a millennium.
Oh no!
I'm going to keep it simple for you, Brian. Guess a millennium for the first merry-go-round.
I don't know.
You've got like three choices. Do you know you're not going to pick the 20th, the 2000s?
No.
Either the 1000s, the zeros, or the negative zeros.
I'll say zeros.
Negative zero.
Negative zero.
Yeah. Well, actually, I take that back. It says 500 AD, not BC. Wow. The Byzantine Empire's ride depicts baskets carrying riders suspended from a central pole. So, they are 500 AD. How about that? In the 1840s, Franz Weisenhofer created the first merry-go-round in the United States in Hessville, Ohio. So, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. National Merry-Go-Round Day. What else can you celebrate? Actually, it's probably a pretty good day, folks, to celebrate merry-go-rounds because there are fairs in and around the area. And I know the Wayne County Fair finished a couple of weeks ago. This week is a Flora Fair. Don't know that they'll have a merry-go-round. Do they have a midway usually? I didn't think they did. No. They won't have the merry-go-round, but the Marion County Fair coming up soon, they'll almost certainly have one. What else is going on today? Ladies and gentlemen, this is National Hire a Veteran Day. National Hire a Veteran Day celebrates our military personnel as they leave the service in search of civilian employment. This reminds employers to consider veterans to fill open positions as highly trained, qualified individuals. They are ideal for numerous trades. And this is just kind of a reminder to hire a vet. My brother-in-law retired from the Air Force 2, 3, 4 years ago. Immediately hired as a locksmith, as he had been trained in the Air Force as a locksmith, and then he moved on into another little higher security job. Although locksmith is pretty high security, I would think, right? You kind of have to be trustworthy.
Oh yeah,
to be a locksmith. But but he went to then a higher security job that I can't talk about. Something in the Defense Department I can't talk about because he wouldn't tell me.
You were ready to have to kill you.
That's right. It was very threatening. What else is going on today? What do you want to see on television, ladies and gentlemen? Major League Baseball is back. It's tonight on the Marquee Network. The Pirates are at the Cubs, and pitchers to be determined. That's on Marquee Channel 630. The Braves are at the Phillies on Major League Baseball Network, Channel 599 at 6:05, and then that'll be followed up. The Nationals out at the Dodgers at 9:10. You think once Soto gets traded in the next week or two?
That could be an off-season thing.
That's kind of what I was figuring. I can't believe they're trading him.
Yeah.
For crying out loud, they've got him under contract for 2 more years.
Yeah.
Use it.
Yeah.
See if you can't sign him.
Yeah.
Who knows? You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That is Brian Tack, and we're going to talk Flora football here in just a few minutes. We do appreciate it. And come on right back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back in a second.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Brian Tackitt. He is the Flora High School football coach. And I always wonder, I guess maybe it's a silly time to ask with football season coming up here in a couple of weeks. Have you ever had players come out at the start of practice that you haven't seen all summer, haven't been in workouts, that you didn't expect or didn't know were going to come out, and have they been able to contribute for you?
We always have kids that come, kind of surprise us, show up. Anymore with some kids are maybe a state or two away with a parent that doesn't live here, so some of them are in situations where they just can't be there, and then sometimes in situations where they just decide, hey, I'm going to show up, or hey, I just moved in.
You got a busy summer.
Yeah. And sometimes those kids, football's probably less of a skill-oriented sport than say baseball with timing and everything. If you're an athlete and you have some speed and you show up, you can usually do something.
Well, now that kind of makes some sense because if like you say, if you have some now, it's a skill sport to learn how to block and tackle, of course. But if you could catch a football and you can run,
if you just know what end zone to run toward, we can teach you that.
You're going to be Forrest Gump.
You're golden.
That'd be all right.
Yeah.
I tell you what. Talk a little bit. Tell me a little bit about your first run through, your first impressions of the Black Diamond Conference. How difficult is it to play teams that you've never seen anything on? You don't have any information. You've never played. You hadn't played any of these teams, had you?
Yeah, no, none of them. And as a coach, wanting to be prepared for everything each week, that just drives you nuts.
Makes it tricky, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Especially the way the schedule was set up. Like at the beginning of the season, I think our opponent was always playing Johnson City before us.
Oh, okay.
So we saw them a ton. And then later in the second half of the season, it was like El Dorado. But, as I sit here now, I can the only film I have on, like, say, Christopher is our own film, or the only film I really had on Carmi was our own film. You just don't get them in trades. So, that part just bugs me because you just want to feel prepared and, hey, they may do this in this situation, whatever. But it made it difficult.
Now the team ended up 5-4 last season.
Yep.
Let's see. I think I've got the. No, that's that one. The team ended up going 5-4 last year.
Yep.
With and the bad deal is also you lost out on a couple of games that were pretty winnable, didn't you? The ability to play those games.
Yeah, and they were both home games. I think last year we only played maybe 3 home games because we lost the 2 that were supposed to be at home.
Yeah.
And then you get a couple of teams that you feel like going into on paper that you should have a good chance of winning. So I hated that for the kids as well too. Plus our momentum.
Remind me, please, if actually I think we lost. We were gonna show the Vienna at Flora game. I think we were planning to show that last year.
Yeah,
and ended up losing it. Tell me a little bit about. You lost out on the Edwards County game due to the COVID restrictions, but that's not what happened in the Vienna game, was it?
Yeah, no, we found out late in the summer, or maybe even after practice started that.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was because they started practicing and then maybe had a few injuries into practice and couldn't.
That was the
finish the season.
That was the thing, wasn't it, Brian?
Yeah.
You heard gurglings.
Yeah.
Throughout, when you would talk to people, that's how things work. People have talked. I've talked to this person. Somebody's talked to this person. You never know, but. Well, I hear numbers are down. You keep hearing people say, "Boy, I hear numbers are down," and then all of a sudden the season starts, and numbers are down.
Yeah, I think they had an injury or 2 or something, and they just got to a point where they didn't have enough kids to sustain a team.
You got the opportunity. Bobby got the McNeely, the athletic director, got the opportunity to line up an alternate team.
Yeah.
For that Vienna game, didn't he?
Yeah, we had enough notice, and then we were going to try and play Shelbyville, and I can't remember who they were playing, but they were in a situation where I think same thing. Somebody they were supposed to play ended up canceling the varsity portion of their season, so it matched up that we had the same week 7 opening as Shelbyville did, and tried to play them.
And then Shelbyville had COVID.
And then they got COVID that week, and I was talking to their coach like that Friday beforehand or Saturday. He's like, man, I don't know if this is going to work. They got to wait till, of course, back then you were still doing the testing. If someone tested positive, then you got to go to the school and see who was around them. And he's like, we got to wait till Monday, Tuesday to find out who all gets knocked out. So we're practicing Monday, Tuesday for Shelbyville, and maybe find out on Wednesday that we couldn't play.
Boy, that's got to be tough on your squad.
It was.
You've got kids. This was a class coming through Flora that you'd kind of been waiting on, and they had to be a little bit disappointed on only being able to play, counting the playoffs, 8 games.
Yeah, and that's when I talked to them, brought them in the coach's office, and said, look, we've lost 1 game, and you lost a lot of your junior season, and not even had an opportunity to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, their junior season they played in March and April.
Yeah, I said, we can take this win and add it to our tally, and that would have been it was our 5th win.
Yeah.
And say, hey, we know that we'll probably go to the playoffs, or do you want to play? And they all said they wanted to play, so that's what we tried to do.
And it didn't work out.
Yeah.
That brings up the point of what are the restrictions as far as you understand them for this year? Are there? Has it become the Wild West?
Yeah, I don't know of any. I mean, I'm sure if a kid tested positive, which we're still having that. Not us. I mean, that's still there.
Somebody can test, sure.
So if I guess if you tested positive, you would be out. But I know it's not the length of a quarantine as it used to be. So
and that's the other thing.
Around, I don't know.
Well, last year at this time, the vaccination process was not approved for high school kids. High school age kids. So now they're. The high school age kids do have the choice, and their parents have the choice to vaccinate them, and that should make a difference. But then again, we're talking about it right now. Joe Biden announced on Thursday that he's got COVID. Yeah. So we're you think you're out of it, you're not quite, and it's just something you're going to have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
That's it. That's pretty good. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. We'll talk a little bit more about last year's team, and then start talking about this year's team. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV with Brian Tackitt. Back right after this. Do stick around.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, MidwestFarmCo.com.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right, or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Brian Tackitt, Flora High School football coach. By the way, we're in that camera now.
No, I'm good.
Sorry. I threw you off. I usually start that one and move to that one. That's my bad. We're going to talk. We're talking a little bit of football, a little bit of last year. Let's finish up. Let's wrap up last year. Team went 5-4. How'd they meet expectations? Were you expecting worse, better? I mean, you'd always love better, but in a new conference, it's kind of tough to ask it.
Yeah, expectations are kind of tough to measure. I think we knew Fairfield, Johnson City were going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
And as a coach, you always look at the schedule and you try to map out what you thought think you might be. I think the teams that surprised us were Carmi and Cessor a little bit. Of course, Carmi was like 0-6, I think, in that spring COVID season.
There's what happened over the course of the season last year, and
so I think we got down to where we're 5-2, and we knew those were big games at the end, and thought that we'd surely, hopefully, try and split that at least and get to 6, and just didn't.
Well, playing down it's never easy. It's never easy to play at Cessor, for one thing. I mean,
it was a torrential downpour that night.
Yeah,
that didn't help us.
That was a close game. Didn't you have the lead in that?
We both scored twice. They got their 2-point conversions, and we didn't. So
does it? I know Flora has had kickers in the past. Does it make you want to emphasize getting a kid out there who knows how to kick?
We had a kicker last year, exchange student from Germany.
Yeah.
He did a really great job. What happened in, say, like that Cessor game is we didn't score first, and it was too wet that game.
Behind.
So when we gave up the touchdown and they got the 2-point, we felt like you're chasing points already.
Here is a look at your seniors from last year. You're losing some pretty good players there, aren't you? Mention one or two or something.
Yeah, the guy there in the middle, Jace, was a 3-year starter at quarterback. And
he had a big arm.
Yeah, and then Cole there, the third one, was a 4-year starter when he was healthy at wide receiver.
So if you're looking at that, then you look at this last year's varsity squad.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good chunk of that team, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And there's one kid that was actually out due to COVID during that senior or during pictures. So that picture with the seniors had one. There was like 11 of them. So yeah, you almost lost 20-25% of the team. With a big class like that. But we got a big senior class coming back. There's 12 of them.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and so we'll have some guys that we think they're going to replace those guys. But those seniors last year were a special group and good kids.
I was going to begin to take a little bit of a look at this year because there's your schedule.
Yeah.
This year you've got you're going to open with CZR. I'm not going to sit here and ask you which games are winnable or which games aren't. That wouldn't be very kind.
Thank you.
However, I'm saying you ought to go to that Fairfield game 3-0.
Well,
I'm just teasing.
We hope to, it's what we did last year. But like El Dorado will be a little better. They were young last year, and Christopher, a new coach again, so kind of the unknown again. So we hope to be 3-0 going to Fairfield.
Let's talk a little bit about what you have coming back. You mentioned we lost quarterback. We lost Jace Helm. Jace Helm is probably about a 1 out of every 10 years type of arm, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was. The kid could throw. We're going to use Malachi Tolliver there this year. He played wide receiver for us last year, and Malachi is about 6'3", and
sophomore last year or junior?
Junior last year. He'll be a senior for us this year. And I'm not going to say like the offense is going to change a ton, but I think what he does best will make us look a little different at the quarterback position because
that's really kind of something you have to take into consideration every season.
Yeah. Your offense changes a little bit, and maybe the options off your plays that you run change, or maybe just out of instinct, the new guy's going to either throw more or run more on certain option plays. So, but Malachi runs the ball really well, and he's got a big arm, and he throws it hard. It's just that when you throw a 5-yard out, he throws it like he's throwing a 50-yard bomb. Those receivers got to be ready. So, but he's going to learn some of that touch too as he gets some experience.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's one of the things. Once you, it takes reps.
Yeah, it does.
How have the summer reps been going? Have you had a whole lot of a lot of participation in summer stuff?
Yeah, last week we just finished offensive camp. We had about 40 kids there.
Oh, that's good.
And Malachi got a lot of course we had nights throughout the weeks in June that we were doing things and running offense, but got a lot of good experience for him to get a full huddle with a lot of the guys that he's going to be in that huddle with on Friday nights and call plays out and get some experience running them.
What's the when you're doing an offensive week like that?
Yep.
You want your defensive guys to stay busy. Do you ask them to come in too and just like watch, or do you have them hold dummies, or do you have them come in and do sprints?
Well, I mean, everyone's got an offensive position, especially schools as little or small as we are. Most of the guys are going to play both ways, so it does make it a little difficult when you've got, say, like your Unit 1 guys.
Yeah.
Who you fill in with on the defensive side is going to be a lot of Unit 2 guys, because some of those they shared the first guys will be the same. But it's a time for, if you got your 1s going on offense and you got a lot of your 2s on defense, it's a good time to get them experience.
Well, it helps them learn.
Yeah, and a lot like in offensive camp, even though we're running our offense, we just run our defense on the flip side, so those kids are getting reps of our defense and not, say, Christopher's defense or whatever.
That begs the next question. You're really in the summertime. You're not working on scouting.
No,
or you're not. Well, you might be working on scouting on the side, but you're not showing the kids.
Yeah. We make sure we're where we need to be before we start talking about what we want to do against somebody else.
Yeah, that's understandable. I'll tell you what, let's take a next quick break, and we'll come back and we're going to talk a little bit more about the rest of the squad coming back. Who's going to fill in? Look, there's a few holes to fill when you lose 11 kids, aren't there?
Yeah, sure is.
We're going to talk about that here with Brian Tackitt. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. Flora High School football. The chat today. Back in a sec. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV on this gorgeous Monday morning in July. When is you're still practicing, huh? Usually I thought the end of July and the first week of August were non-contact. They backed that up this year.
Yeah, last week we got all offensive camp. This week's our defensive camp.
Okay.
And then next week's dead period.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, so the offensive kids will be coming in and practicing today.
Yeah, we bring it.
Even though
our focus is just on defense.
Okay,
yeah.
well, that makes sense, I guess. I'm not coaching. What the heck do I know? All I know is to show up on that for Friday night. Speaking of that Friday night, here's the schedule coming up this year. I'm not certain which ones we're doing. I know that we're doing I'm pretty sure we're doing the 9th against El Dorado. I'm pretty sure we're doing the Cesar Valir. Not quite sure, but pretty close to sure we're doing Fairfield. So, and I think we might have you CZR too. I'm not sure, but we'll have you a little bit. We talked about Malachi Tolliver on the offensive side of the football. He's going to have a few folks he needs to replace, doesn't he?
Our leading rusher last year, Hayden Gibson, is gone. Hopefully Bo Probst kind of steps into that. He'll be a senior. He was kind of the second man in the backfield last year.
Yeah.
And, our wideouts, we lost Jacob Hawkins, Cole Young, some of those guys. But John McGee will be back. He'll be a senior, and he even played some his freshman year. Garrett Patridge will be a sophomore. Catch a lot of balls for us. And we've got guys that we can sprinkle out there and get some touches, I think.
I'm going to ask the worst question you've ever heard, and you're going to be very angry that I asked.
Oh, no.
How are we doing health-wise at this point of the year?
At this point, we're good. We're good.
It's a knockwood type of thing.
Yeah.
Some teams are faced occasionally with the things they don't want to face. Okay, who else is coming back then?
Well,
you said Bo and.
Yeah, Bo and Harrison Arnold run the ball for us some too. Andrew Wicke will play a lot of wide receiver for us.
How's your line looking?
And that's where we got, we lost 3 to graduation, so we're going to have to, we'll bring back Riley Bullard, who I think was second team all conference.
Well, that's good.
And Gabe Ivanko, so they'll be the senior leadership of that line. And we got, talking about the health thing, James Mitchell, he's like 6'4", big kid, prototypical like talent or a tackle size, that he had ACL injury on the very last day of summer basketball last year. So he's back and healthy, and we hope that he can fill in on that line spot. And
I guess he didn't come back until like January for basketball.
He didn't even get to play any basketball. He came out for baseball and didn't even get cleared for baseball until like April. Now he's got a twin. There's triplets, but he's got a brother, Jeffrey, that also.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's who you're thinking of for basketball. Which you also would be an option for line or tight end. And Gabe Krutzinger, Jr. may come in. We may move Eli Traub, a senior, to line, and so we should have about 5-6 guys competing for those 3 spots.
That's fascinating to me that you are admitting that you have a tackle / tight end. That he's thinking about it. That you're still thinking about it. The question is, can he catch? Because if you're thinking about it for either tackle or tight end, you figure he can block.
Yeah, and he can catch. It's just last year we didn't use a tight end a whole lot, so now we're trying to figure out.
It's spread.
How much are we going to use it? But because the confusing part is they got to wear different numbers.
Yeah, change number. But that's the thing. It's legal, or it used to be. I think it still is. Isn't it legal to change jerseys or to put the top jerseys?
Yeah, you can do that
during the game.
Yeah. So
that'd be fun.
Well, I'm sure we'll have both numbers on the sideline for him.
Well, that'd be good, clean fun. I'll bet you will. I'll bet you will. And the thing is, it gives the other team something also to look for.
If you got down to the goal line and you can rip him out and put the 80 number on and put him at tight end, and he's eligible. So
help the blocking have a little bit more power.
Just need Velcro that you just like rip off. You don't have to do the whole jersey.
That'd be a lot easier.
Yeah,
that'd be rather than having the over the
those jerseys
the
are not fun to take on and off. So
you can't take them on and off.
That's true.
You have to have help.
Yeah,
that's why you see assistant coaches on the sideline just grabbing guys.
Yeah.
That's good, clean fun.
That's right.
How's the defense looking? Who's all coming back? What do we got coming back?
Yeah, our defensive ends are back. We lost our tackles. But a lot of those guys that we're hoping they'll fill in on offensive line can hopefully fill in on those D tackle spots, like again Gabe Krutzinger and James Mitchell and Caden Lissenby. Ends last year was James' brother Jeffrey Mitchell, and then Eli Traub played a lot of end for us last year too. So
it's kind of I never played it because I was too slow, but the end always seemed like a lot of fun. As positions go.
That's what I played in high school, and I loved it.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you have so much. I think it's fun because you have so much responsibility.
Yeah.
Plus, you get a pretty good clear shot at people.
Yeah. And then you get those like 3rd and 20s, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Just pin your ears.
And then they run a screen, and you're like, oh man. Same thing I get on to my kids about. But.
That's you get on to your players about look for the screen. Yeah. I ain't looking for squat.
Yeah, I know. I did when I was there.
I'm looking for the quarterback.
That's right.
How about the linebackers?
Yeah, Bo Probst will be back, and we lost Hayden Gibson, who was a heck
of a
all-conference.
Yeah, he was outstanding.
He was a great defensive player for us. But Harrison Arnold can play some linebacker. Logan Atwood can play some linebacker. John McGee may play some linebacker for us too. So.
How about defensive backfield? You mentioned Malachi.
Malachi is back, but we lose both our corners. That was Cole and Jacob, and so we're going to have to find some guys that can play corner. But again, we got Andrew Wicke, Liam O'Donnell is a senior who's going to really be able to play corner or safety for us. He's a pretty versatile kid. Trey Wells moved in from Louisville, and he's going to be able to play corner or outside safety for us too. So we got some guys.
What year's the Wells kid?
He's a junior.
Okay. Had he played grade school football, or even if
no, I asked him. I don't think he did, but he came down here to play football. So
that's good. That means you got a.
Maybe I misunderstood him, and he did play JFL, but I thought he did. But
you got a kid that with wannabe, and I mean that's half the battle, getting a kid with a desire.
Yeah, and then we had a freshman that moved in too from Louisville, Peyton Scroggins.
Oh, good.
And they came down to play football too.
I mentioned we've talked about some of the kids from last year, and I hate to do it one more time, but bringing up Gibson kind of reminded me. Do you have any kids off of last year that are going to go on to play college ball?
Well, Malachi, I think it's something that he wants to do. So
I meant from last year.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, from last year. Cole Young is playing at Illinois College.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes up here in a couple of weeks. He reports up there. But outside that's it.
I'm racking my brain. What the heck is the Illinois College?
Blue Boys?
I was going to say Blue Boys, but I was thinking they were McKendree. Not McKendree. Milliken.
Milliken? I can't remember what Milliken is.
It's neither here nor there.
I don't know.
Neither here nor there. Well, they say that's good that Cole's going up to play. He probably could have played college ball in 2 or 3 different sports.
Well, when he told me he was committed up there, the first thing I did was contact the baseball coach and said he's going to be up there this certain day. You might want to talk to him. And of course, the football coaches were, if you want to, but they didn't want to lose him. So. And I told him just to keep that open because, sometimes things don't work out with one sport and keep the other one in their back pocket.
That's one thing that I always I ask coaches, and it's a good thing to reiterate. You're the type of coach. I mean, you don't care. You would prefer your kids play more than one sport.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Why is that?
Well, we tell the kids, of course, a lot of times they say, well, I just want to work on this, but how many days are you actually out there working on it versus if I've got you, or if, in other words, let's say I coach football and baseball. I don't want, the kids may say, I'm just going to hit in the winter. Oh, okay. But you can do that too, but you can also be out there working on your footwork with defensive drills with Coach Lieb and basketball and just working different, just from a safety standpoint too, as far as health goes. But tell the guys all the time, like if you're a defensive back and you want to get better at that, go play basketball and run some defensive drills.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, a lot of it, the sliding and the shuffling, it's the same drill.
Yeah, or vice versa. If you're just a basketball kid and you want to get better as a defensive player, come out and run through our footwork drills with the defensive backs because same concept. And
of the 45 kids on your roster, how many do you think play different sports? Probably the lion's share of them do, though.
Yeah, I think it's about about all of them play at least basketball or baseball or track in the spring.
I got to tell you, you were talking about Jeffrey Mitchell, and I've seen his footwork improve markedly over the past several years.
Yeah, and we concentrate on a lot of footwork with linemen too, especially defensive linemen. As we start every defensive day with some sort of get off footwork stuff.
Drill?
Yeah, with defensive linemen. So
no kidding, just you line them up on the line. What's the drill, if you don't mind?
Well, if you think about what they're going to do, they're going to fire off.
Yeah.
Okay, but then what directions are they going? So we basically got drills where they fire off, and then it's you may go down the right side 90 degree, left side 90 degree, 45 degree back.
You're trying to let them learn indicators after they're already fired off and go.
Yeah, adjusting to where they need to be.
Adjusting. That's pretty good. I hadn't thought about that. I tell you what, we're going to take our quick last break, and we're going to come back. I'm going to ask him about another few things about football. We'll talk a little baseball, and we forgot special teams. We're going to talk about special teams too in a minute too. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on the Wabash Catch TV. Brian Tackitt is here, and we're talking Flora football. Back in a second.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Talking with Brian Tackitt. By the way, I have an old one. Let's see. I don't know if you can. I don't know if I can get it in the picture behind me. Not quite. How about the wide picture? See if there you see up in the upper corner right there. I have a Flora Wolves football poster from 2019. I need 2 or 3 new posters, but at some point here in the next few weeks, you guys are going to be going out and talking to folks about the posters, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to take our poster picture, I think, in about 2 weeks from, or actually maybe a week from tomorrow. And seniors will have a theme. They say they got it narrowed down to 1 or 2. They got to run.
You don't know yet.
They got to run them by me before I don't get printed on a poster that's going to be all around town.
Yeah, I suspect that's true. Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, after that, we'll get them distributed, and I'll get you one.
Well, I need one, but that raises money for the team too, right? I mean,
yeah. We get. I think Rotary is involved in that, so I think we split the advertising money from the poster.
Yeah. So if you have the opportunity to either advertise or put the poster up, by all means do so. we didn't talk about special teams. You mentioned you had a German last year exchange student. He's probably gone.
Yeah, Fita's gone. Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah, I know.
I never did learn. You had two different ways to spell his name, by the way.
Yeah,
to spell or say his name.
Yeah, Fita. I had him in class, so that's how it took me until about November, December to learn.
Football's over in October.
I know.
that leaves me out.
That's right. The bad thing about that is when we get those kids, and if they are kids that play soccer, and we convince them to come out and kick, they don't get here till school starts, so they missed the first week of practice usually.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because like Fita wasn't eligible to play last year in week 1. Couldn't kick. So if we do get one this year, we don't know about it yet.
No kidding. You're basically special teams. Then you're talking to you. Who's punting for you?
Malachi will probably do our punting. We have some other guys though. Jamin Cook can punt well, and he's another kid I could have mentioned that's going to fill in on offense and defense too. But Jamin punts well, and Malachi can actually punt pretty well too.
How about kickoff?
We'll find out.
That's the best. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the best days of the early practices.
Yeah.
Whenever the coaches line everybody up.
Yeah, you know what though? There's been time in years past. There've been times where like I have a kid who just I'll happen to look out there. He's messing around and like, holy cow, that kid can punt. It's week 6. And I didn't know that. So we make him now line up, and everybody gets at least one shot.
Everybody gets a chance to kick off. Yeah. Everybody gets a chance to punt. And now, actually, whatever. And I presume it's the same now. After they see a kickoff, they often don't have you place kick.
No.
It's kind of a waste of time.
Yeah. And we'll go through, and some guys get the boot quickly, and you hear Coach Warren say you're fired, and then like maybe the next day, like hey, everybody that wasn't fired yesterday, you got another round.
Oh, that's cool. That's good fun. You get to spend time at practice, and the rest of the team's all taking a breather.
Yeah, or laughing at the guys who still think that they're still eligible.
Well, that'll be good. So, and then they work on it throughout the year, and they get the chance to improve and get better, and as well as learn how to onside. How much time do you spend on onside kicks, by the way?
Well, each Thursday before a game, we do. We got special team segments every practice, and not kick off and kick return punt everything, but we may focus on a couple things. So every day.
Well, I mean that also comes from scouting too.
Yeah,
I mean you kind of you'll take a look at what other teams are doing on their kickoff, and you say, hey, that team leaves the right side wide open.
Yeah, I mean, we always look at film and adjust in game weeks. Make sure we go over those types of things.
That's wonderful. How are we doing on the freshman schedule? We can have a JV schedule, freshman schedule.
Yeah, we'll have a fresh soft schedule. A freshman. We'll probably be somewhere around 10, I think. Okay. So I don't think we'll have enough for just freshmen only. But we'll have our Monday night fresh soft schedule.
Well, rearing back then to where we were at the start of the show. Let's if you're still thinking about going out, by all means, welcome, right? I mean, there are a lot of coaches who will tell you that hey, if you haven't worked out in the summertime, I can't use you. That's that's not cool.
No, I wouldn't be like that.
Because people have things to do in the summertime.
Yeah, and we try. We there's a thin line. We want to make sure these kids are kids.
Yeah,
and still get our work in. But we understand things that come up, and if you're on the fence.
If you're thinking about it, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about it,
and if you don't know, come out, and if it's not for you, just say, hey, it's not for me, and we're good.
And one other thing, I'll mention that because we showed the schedule there earlier. The Fairfield game is on September 17th, and that's on a Saturday due to officials. So if you're a recent player, or if you've played in the last 10, 15, 20 years, if you feel like somebody will, if you want to come out and officiate, you'll find them a crew, won't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
officials find each other because there's a real big need for them right now.
There's a huge need. And if young kids get a crew together and start out at like even JFL games, and get some experience. And
it's a lot of fun. I mean, because especially in football, it's not like a basketball ref that is right next to the crowd.
Yeah. Exactly. And
in football, you don't hear the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, you might hear them some, but
you can get away from us coaches too.
Get away from the coaches.
Out in the middle of the field,
25 yards away at the closest. That's pretty cool. Let's talk a little bit about summer programs. The summer program. I stole a couple of pictures from Coach Warren off of Facebook. Okay, now that is after what? Is that this week?
Yeah, that was I think Monday or Tuesday, just to break at the end of the night, I think.
And let's see, working out. There's the kids. You have all the running backs, or probably have everybody do this, don't you?
We do. That would be like morning workout stuff or evening workout. Speed hurdle work.
Speed hurdle, and helps the kids get a little bit. Tell me about this. I saw this, and that's kind of a new thing, isn't it?
Yeah, planking, and man, there's all kinds of different ways. Like for baseball, my guys, kind of regular plank there, but you got one arm planks and sideways and everything else.
Really
working the whole core. But we promote some competition in there too, because you get the stopwatch out, and all right, now who's gonna be the last one to go down? And
what's typical of a kid like that?
You get some kids.
Let me find that picture. Where'd it go?
So you got Bo Probst, it looks like, there in the middle, kind of with the gray shirt, long hair.
Yeah.
And he's pretty good at it. And I don't know if we're up there in the very right, below the door. I don't know if that's Andrew Wicke or not, but that kid, he's a really strong core, but he doesn't weigh a whole lot. And someone like that can sit there and plank for 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh!
So you got all the big guys dropping out, screaming like, "Let's go! I want to go home!" And he's still going.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I don't know what it helps the core. We did push-ups in our day. Well, that's cool. One other thing I wanted to talk about with you. Congratulations. I haven't talked to you since late May. Congratulations on winning the regional in baseball. Flora won the baseball regional, and had a good shot. Had a shot to win the high school, the conference title.
Yeah,
had a shot, but ran into a buzzsaw one day, and that cost you. But how's the baseball going to be looking next year?
Pretty good. I think we bring back a handful of guys that started for us. Now we're going to lose 4 seniors, but
since they had graduated, did you bring them? Were they able to play in the Busch Stadium?
Yeah, they're there. They're able to play.
The reason I bring that up, folks, we recorded the Busch Stadium game on June 26th from whenever they played North Clay, and we're going to have that on television. We're going to run it on Friday night. If you're watching this Monday morning, it was last Friday, but we'll be running again surely. Friday at 5 o'clock is the first time we're showing it. If you're watching this on YouTube, you might be able to see that. Tell me about the experience of playing at Busch Stadium.
It's pretty neat. You just get yourself caught up sometimes in that dugout, and I'll look out and see the city, and
looking right out at the arch.
Yeah, the arch and all that stuff. It's pretty amazing. And then being a baseball guy, I reach down there and I feel that grass. It's just unbelievable.
It's better than any golf course you've ever.
I tell you what, and they're particular about it, about keeping it. And I feel bad for the kids. If you take a walk, your instincts are turn around and flip the bat.
Yeah.
They don't want you doing that in the grass. And if you do it, they got this big horn that goes off, like don't do that. Wow. They take care of things there, but
that's pretty. I'm glad you guys got to have the experience.
Yeah, and it's neat to play Louisville.
That is outstanding. Yeah. Again, that game will be shown on Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock, and it'll be reshown time and time again. Brian, time just flies.
I know, it's crazy.
It is fun. And best of luck to the Flora Wolves football this season.
Thank you.
Go out there, take a look, go watch the games, because they have a lot of fun. A lot of pageantry. You've got the big blow-up helmet.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
But have a great day, and we'll see y'all next time on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, thank you.